Hey everyone, it's Scott from Click Roll Boom. Probably don't see very much of me, but I'm here with Amy, who you probably all know from interviews that she's done for us, and we're going to talk about our experiences from today, which is the 20th of April, and otherwise known as Record Store Day. You have done Record Store Day before, haven't you?
I have been into a record shop on Record Store Day before with no
That
intention
counts.
of buying anything.
You didn't buy anything.
No, I just had a look. When I was in Cambridge, just went and had a look, see what it was, see what it was about. They had nothing. This was quite late in the day. They had nothing of any interest to me. Um, yeah.
Right. So why did you want to go back today?
Why do I want to go back today?
Yeah.
Specifically went back because of the Big Country album. I don't think I would have gone if it hadn't have been for that. That was the one that really dragged me out. And then once I was out, once I was looking, I
Yeah.
kind of found others that I thought I must get those.
So tell me about your journey today because it was significantly different to mine.
It was. I was up at 5:30, got the bus at 7:15, which dropped me off right by the record shop, and then just went and queued.
For how long?
Hour and 40 minutes.
My God. Was there any like coffee or anything whilst this was
No,
happening?
no, there was nothing. This
Everything's
one,
still
other
shut.
shops in the city had got coffee. Lowell's had got coffee, but this one wasn't doing anything.
And then you got in there.
Yeah,
You had our combined list because we
yeah,
were shopping for each other just to
yeah,
see what we could get.
yeah.
And you got what?
I got I got Big Country, I got Rumours, Fleetwood Mac, and then I got Fuzzy Logic for my mate as well.
Okay, so you're going to show us them then. Don't fall off your chair.
I won't. That one?
Okay, so that's why the long face
Yeah,
turquoise vinyl.
yeah.
This beauty's for me. Ha, I can't wait to get that.
And far more expensive than anything else. And I don't
Well,
know why.
none of the shops I went actually had it, so
But they're not.
nope.
And then there's that one.
Good.
Because he put his request into me because he couldn't possibly get out of bed early enough to go himself.
Yeah, so that was all in your first shop.
Yes. And
Okay.
just to talk about the experience in that first shop, because obviously I went into two, and the difference in experience. So you walked in, you went obviously queued. There was one chap coming up to you, taking your list. He was going and finding them, putting them behind the till to give to the chap who was serving. And it was just as smooth as clockwork. Obviously, there was a lot of people, so it took a long time because people were coming out with bags of sort of 10, 15 records. So it was taking a while for them to do. But actually, once you got in there, it was so smooth how it was being organised.
Yeah, and where did you
Really
go?
did themselves well.
Which shop was it? Sorry.
That was Venus Vinyl down Magdalen Street in Norwich.
We'll give them a shout out.
Absolutely, they're brilliant.
Cool. And then where did you go next?
I went to Sound Clash.
And how close is that to the first one?
Probably about a 15-minute walk.
Okay, and how was that?
I'm glad I didn't go there first because I'd have been really disappointed.
Big queue?
Sorry?
Another big queue?
It was a queue, but it was just once you got in there, it was just you walked in, there was 2 boxes on the counter, you rummage, or 3 boxes on the counter, you rummage through. People were still standing in the way, you couldn't look properly. The chap serving wanted to talk and have a long conversation with everybody. It was just taking so long, and it just wasn't a fun experience.
Okay, and where did you go after that?
Then I went to Lowell's, and to be fair, Lowell's hadn't had as much stock as everywhere else. And by the time I got there, they got no queue, no customers, no one. They were just sitting
And
there.
that's close as well, is it? Or
That's about probably 5 or 6 minutes from Sound Clash.
okay. So is it all in Norwich?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And another big queue?
No, there was no queue at Lowell's. So they've got no customers.
Walk straight in.
Yeah, walk straight in.
Okay, get anything in there?
No. No.
Uh,
Like the only thing I got in Sound Clash was a second copy of Fuzzy Logic because I bought it for my mate and thought actually I quite fancy that. So that was the only thing I got in there.
yourself. Okay, and any others after that?
No, not for Record Store Day.
Wow. Okay. So, shall I tell you about mine?
Yes.
Because I'd heard of it before because I've got a friend who runs a record shop, so I'm kind of aware of it, but never had anything to do with it whatsoever. So we'd swapped our lists,
Mhm.
and I was picking Tyler up. Thought, right, pick Tyler up, get into Leeds for 9 o'clock, see how things go, see what we can get. I didn't know that people camped out or anything like that. They're completely oblivious. Then started seeing things on social media about people camping out from 2 o'clock in the morning, gates opening at 6 o'clock, and people going around with like bacon butties and coffees and things like that for people that have been queuing all night. So I was like, oh, maybe I need to go a little bit earlier. So then, based off of your amazing advice, there was Wawa Records in Wakefield, which was kind of on my way to get Tyler.
Yeah.
And Tyler being Tyler, knew that he wouldn't be up too early anyway. Um, so I got parked at about 5 to 8. Wawa opened at 8 o'clock. It was quite a big queue. I was on my own and stupidly didn't get a coffee beforehand.
Mhm.
And the queue goes past Costa, and then it goes past like 2 or 3 independent coffee
Mhm.
shops on the way to Wawa's. So I'm like, this is ridiculous. It was cold until you got stood in the sun, and then it was okay. I think I'm never going to get there. I'm never going to get there. But from what I could see, it seemed as if it was kind of a one in, one out
Yeah.
policy on the course. It was moving quite quickly. And then I was, was doing texting you, trying to pass the time, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of just stood there. And I'm like, okay, so they're 3 together. So that's not really 3 people. That's kind of just one group. They'll all go together, and that's a couple. And then there's some mates there, and there's a couple of kids there. Well, they won't be going in their own. They must be with the parents. So I counted it back, and I got it to about 45, something like that. So I thought, actually, this queue's not that bad. It's just quite
Yeah.
spaced out. I think it's about an hour and 10 that I queued up.
Yeah.
I went in, and it sounds similar to your second, but
Okay.
slightly better.
Yeah.
In, there wasn't that many people in store. All the record store day stuff was all at the back of the store across numerous crates, pretty much sorted out
Yeah.
alphabetically. So I'll try and do this in order that I found things, because it wasn't straightforward, because there was a few hands kind of reaching in as well,
Yeah.
and it just so happened that the one that I really wanted, probably similar to yourself, the guy that went before me left it flipped open. Oh, there you go. Look, we've got a reflection of you in
Yeah.
there. Sorry about that. There we go. And then this was the main one that I wanted. It was the one that when I was a kid, I bought it on CD, realizing that Big Country was still actually making music. Played it with my dad, and pretty much we've probably seen them every year that they've toured since then. So I was made up with that. Absolutely chuffed. It's like, well, at least I've got one. No
Yeah.
signal in the store for ticking off our list to let you know. So then I was kind of working my way across, managed to find the Daft Punk one for Tyler. Never heard of it before. No idea what it was, to be honest. And then I found this one, which I'm sure you can probably tell me what this is.
Trash Can Sinatras.
Yeah,
Uh,
no idea who they are, so I'll be shipping that off to you.
they're a Scottish kind of power pop, jangle pop band from the 90s. I only got into them last year. Hadn't even heard that album, but knew I liked them and thought, oh, do you know what? It's on silver vinyl. That's fun. I might as well get it.
Might
And
have
that
a,
is
I might do a
yeah.
Spotify listen to that at some point.
Yeah.
There's definitely a band that I've heard of because I've shot them before. I found that. I'm sorry, these reflections are terrible. Anyway, yeah. So got that.
This
Obviously,
one's
these are
interesting.
not in alphabetical order because I was just kind of back and forth trying to.
That one's interesting. I hadn't done a lot of research on Change Giver before I said I wanted it.
It's a new album, right?
Hey,
It's a new album.
no,
No.
it's split vinyl, half black, half white. It's actually so it's not just a reissue of their debut for Record Store Day. They've completely re-recorded it for its
All right.
30th anniversary.
Stripped back and unplugged. It says
Yeah,
limited to 2,500 units.
yeah. So
There you
that's
go.
fun.
So that's a good one.
Yeah,
And then I found this beauty.
I love the artwork on that.
Yeah, so this is really good. Love the album anyway, and going to see them 1st of May, I think it is. So not long till go see them. So That's quite good. By this point, I've got a buzz on because I'm thinking, I'm going outside thinking I'm getting nothing.
Yeah.
To getting in there and like having my hands on like 4 or 5 that I actually wanted and cuddling them. So then I found the last one of the ones that I found for you, Manson. Little
Album.
kicks, which I can't help but keep wanting to say Little Mix.
Definitely not Little Mix.
It's definitely not Little Mix. So I got that. Asked about rumours. Asked about Kaiser Chiefs, Easy 8, because I've been looking for that as well. Both of which had sold out. So then it was like, right, okay, I'll go on my merry little way. Hopefully you've been successful and got something. So I left there, picked Tyler up in the car, parked in Leeds, and then found the queue for Crash Records, which was still slightly larger than the queue that I'd just come from, even though it was like several hours later.
Yeah.
But again, 45 minutes to an hour queuing up, chatting with Tyler, a lot better that time because I sent him off on a little mission, sausage rolls and coffee. So at least we had conversation and stuff as well. So that was good. Went in there, and like you said, very similar then to your first one. Guy coming down the line, asking which you wanted, going behind the counter, putting them there. So we got 2 copies of Kaiser's Easy 8, got another copy of Big Country Wide Long Face, so I could gift it to my dad. And then we went downstairs in Crash, which is Wall of Sound, and that's like a lot of his second-hand stuff. Now, I haven't been in there for years and years and years, so I don't know what it's normally like. But my God, I was scared to turn around in case I knocked things over because there were just boxes and crates and stuff, CDs, books. It was like a proper little treasure trove. But after looking through a couple of crates, I was just getting claustrophobic. I was scared of going to knock something over. But Tyler stayed. He got Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits.
Oh, wow.
Beatles' Yellow Submarine. Pretenders album. What was the other one he got? He got 4 or 5 for about 35 quid.
Oh, wow.
So obviously he came out, he was really happy.
Yeah.
And then off we toddled for some food, and that was it. So initially, I kind of thought, I'm not bothered about this. Like, if I pick up the one that I want, I'm happy. The rest.
You had talked about the day before about not bothering until getting them online and all the rest of it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, wait and see what happens on Monday evening, see if I can pick something up then, and the nice postman will actually drop it off for me rather than having the stress of.
I think there's times in the lead up to it where you thought I was just going on and on when I kept saying about how much I was looking forward to it and all the rest.
Come on, you had a spreadsheet.
I did.
A spreadsheet with the distances between the bloody record shops, which order was going to go in, which what you've the kind of confirmed stock wise and stuff, and then it turns out you got 3.
Yeah.
So I'm off winging it.
All sorts.
The kind of story in my life, just wing it. But the kind of, I think I'm lucky because if I'd have, like that first shop, if I'd have got in there and there'd been nothing left, I'd have been so disheartened after queuing up all that time that I'd have probably thought, sod this, I'm not going to bother with the other one.
Definitely.
But having got some, it kind of spurs you on, and like now it's like, well, I'm already thinking for next year, do I get up a bit earlier and plan it out a bit more? But I don't know. We'll have to see. So, there's only Crash Records in it. I forgot to hold that one up, which is this one.
Was I say that one like? Oh, cool.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Be better if it was in an actual sleeve.
Yes.
But that's quite a lot of picture discs. So I like this, aren't I?
Yeah.
So it's good overall, and there is absolutely nothing that I need to keep an eye on for Monday now.
No, got everything.
But I probably will still have a look.
There's too much other stuff I want to buy. Too many new releases. Yeah.
I'm trying not to.
After spending all that money, considering I did obviously record store day and then I went into HMV and spent £100 and something on other records, I've still come home and been on Discogs and bought something else.
Oh, what have you bought?
Hotline TNT Cartwheel. Like shoegaze.
Stuff that I just seem to. Oh God, yeah, all right. Genres that didn't exist when I knew about music.
Well, course I did.
Yeah.
My Bloody Valentine is shoegaze. You've heard of them?
Yeah, but was it called that?
Yes.
To who?
To everyone.
Ah, it was.
Anyone who was in the know knew it was
It was
shoegaze.
called like emo or something, but it was not shoegaze.
Emo's
But yeah,
different.
so it's like all good. All good.
Did you have any conversations in the queue with people, like any of, apart from Tyler, like any strangers?
No, no, and I kind of yes and no, not like not a full on conversation, but it was kind of jumped in on the odd thing where like because a lot of the people around me were actually already in groups.
Yeah,
If it had been somebody stood there on their own kind of thing, then I probably would have ended up in a
yeah,
conversation with them. But like because they're already in the little groups and stuff, you like sometimes it's like, well, I'm not jumping in on your conversation. But
yeah. That was what
like
was quite nice at mine because I walked up there, and a chap had just joined the queue in front of me, and then a couple came and joined the queue just behind me, and we ended up all four of us talking like we'd known each other for years. We were just having conversations about everything by the end of it.
and you might see them next year.
Yeah. You know, so the couple was saying they go every year, and every year the queue gets when they get the served at the same sort of time, and the queue gets a little bit longer. And there's a little bit more. There's a few more people. So yeah,
Yeah, because I was asking you like what the general kind of demographics were of the people that were there, because a lot of the people in the first queue, definitely the first queue,
Mm.
predominantly guys over 40. Whereas then when I got into Leeds, I would have said it was a lot younger
yeah.
and a bit
No,
more of
it was. They were very young. There was a handful of people kind of older than me, but the majority, I would say, were students. That's probably. I mean, I guess it's because Norwich is a university city.
same
So
as
a
Leeds.
lot of them. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably why it was different. But no, overall, happy. It
Yes, it was
was
good.
good.
Yeah. I
Cool.
think we went out. Well, I went out thinking, oh, when we started talking about this, I was going to get everything. I was going to come back with all bag, and you got everything. Yeah,
Yeah, need to make friends with Postman and get this all packaged up somehow to get it to you. It
yeah.
was all good.
It's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amy. That was lovely. It was great talking to you.
Yes.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Just giggle at me all the time, eh?